Hi there, I am Sarah Colas. Welcome to the Dressing Up podcast, where we talk about all things bridal, dresses, and general dressing up topics. I love to encourage women to dress up while expressing their personal style with confidence on how to do so. Visit sarahcolas.com to book a bridal alterations fitting or even inquire about designing the custom couture bridal gown of your dreams. I'm so excited to talk to you about this next topic. Let's get started. All right, welcome, ladies, and Kevin. Kevin's still note-taking. BRB. Okay, so we have two special guests today. We have...
Are you starting?
I mean, I don't know. I guess we're starting.
No, just wait for Kevin.
Just wait for Kevin.
We need an extra chair.
Well, I'm just doing the intro.
Am I going to be in the intro?
It's just cash. It's cash, Ange. You don't have to hide. You don't have to hide from the camera.
No, but we're not like ready yet.
Keep in mind, it's just Uncle Tom that watches it on YouTube, okay? Kevin Dombeck is going to be on this episode, and he is a two-time podcast interviewee. He was on episode number 42 of the Dressing Up podcast. So welcome back, Kevin. He's hiding around the corner. Give us one more minute here.
Hello.
Hey, Kevin. So I'm going to step out for a moment. I know that we're celebrating a big milestone coming up, so I thought we could do a podcast episode to talk about it, which is my birthday coming up. Woo! Okay, well, before that, we have lots of celebrations coming up. I think by the time this podcast episode launches, we're going to have a new niece in the world. So without further ado, I'm going to let Kevin have my seat, and we're going to go back and forth, just reminiscing about what happened just about a year ago.
Yeah.
Angela and Kevin's 1-year wedding anniversary, June 14th, 2025. So we're going to just walk down memory lane a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to step out, and Angela's going to ask her first question.
Outside of the wedding dress, what was your favorite dress that I wore?
There was a lot of them. I think it was, what was the one with the buttons that went up and down? Was that shower dress? No, sorry, not shower, rehearsal dinner.
Yes. The top part had like buttons. Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Okay. I think that was my
My
favorite.
second one probably came in, was the flower Hawaiian. I called it flower dress. Hawaiian
Oh,
dress.
the bachelorette. That one.
that
Yeah,
one.
I know. I love that one.
That is definitely my number 2 there.
If you're watching on YouTube, it's sitting behind them right now.
Yeah, the one behind it. So it's like, if you're listening, here's the male description of the dress. It's probably nothing near what Sarah would be. It's a crop top where the top of it does not touch the skirt portion, and it's got flowers on it, and there's a sash involved, and it goes down to probably mid-calf, and it looked good.
Thank you. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. So after being engaged and picking the venue, what was the next biggest thing that you wanted to get checked off, or that you were most worried about?
Probably say photographer. I knew I wanted Penny. It was a matter of if she was available or not. And she was. So that was probably one of the easiest things to book, but that was also one of the biggest.
Okay.
And that
Yeah,
was
that
good
was-
because you had a shorter engagement too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were kind of on a time crunch. We did about 9 months, 10 months.
Oh, it was 11.
Okay, I'm a little off, sorry.
The
I was going to say that was my other guess, because
the linens were stressful because I wanted something very specific and also didn't want to spend a ton of money. So we had to get a little creative there, but it turned out exactly how I wanted it.
Yeah, it turned out good. But if you're out there looking at linens, one, don't be afraid to look for linens to buy. We
Mhm.
found out that renting linens and buying linens, and even though it sounds like, why would you buy them? Because renting's going to be cheaper. But we found out that it was cheaper to buy them from the manufacturer, whatever site that you found them on.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
So-
next question. Which wedding expense shocked you the most?
shocked me the most, like, I knew certain categories of where things could get expensive, like the photographer and like videographer and stuff like that. But obviously, like, the more you spend, hopefully, I mean, but obviously ours, we honestly had, people were great, but you can get into like pretty expensive based on what packages you get. So kind of getting into that world of it, I never really knew about. I feel like going into it, it was the wedding dress, because I knew not a lot about how much wedding dresses would cost, but obviously
I think you got a pretty good deal on
yeah, it
that.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I guess I would say the venue, because I never
Yeah.
knew how expensive venues could be.
And it adds up quickly. Like
Yes.
even when you don't plan for it to, you think you're doing something and then you just get some of this and some of that. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was.
But the places where you just go and you're just getting like the venue and you're not even getting tables and chairs and it's just like the big ballroom or wherever it's at. And they're like, oh yeah, we want 20 grand. I'm like, there's no food. And they're like, nope, you got to bring your own food and your booze and everything. And I'm like, wow, that's expensive.
I'm glad we looked at those places
Yeah, because it kind of
to
gave us
give
an
us an idea
idea.
and then also knew like what the possibilities are of what we can get. Because like we eventually found out we don't want an
Empty
empty
room.
space. Like
Yeah, there's positives and negatives to it of where you can have an empty space and you can kind of make it more of what you wanted out of it. But then obviously that involves a lot more work. So
yeah, maybe if we had more time and a planner, I'd be more open to it. But then again, that's just more money, and
yeah,
we wanted to stick with the timeline that we had.
keep it simple.
How did you guys decide on Meadowbrook Country Club?
No,
I
actually.
don't know. I feel like we just
We heard it was being renovated beautifully, so we just stopped over. We didn't have an appointment or anything.
I just want to give a shout out to Alexa Baldini that
Oh,
told us
yes.
about it.
Yeah.
And she was in here with her friend for her wedding dress fitting and was showing me photos of the renovation. And then I forwarded that info on to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we had a whole day of where we went shopping around, and then we knew Meadowbrook was still kind of out there, so we just stopped by and talked to Donna,
Yeah.
and everything just fell into
Fell into
place. And
place. I think it's
with the church we wanted and everything,
yeah.
it just
I
all
think it
worked
just
out.
made sense for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of kept it close for what we wanted. It was just kind of nice.
Is there anything that you would tell future couples that are getting married at Meadowbrook Country Club, which is different than Meadowbrook Hall, everyone?
Mhm.
It's different. It's Meadowbrook Country Club, which is in Northville.
I think they were very easy to work with, and
Yeah.
everything went pretty smooth mostly.
I felt it went pretty good.
We're still getting people who are telling us how great the service was the whole night.
I mean, obviously, depending on what packages you get, you're spending more money or maybe less. But service-wise, if that's really important to you, like making sure like the food was great, the drinks were great, the staff members were awesome, and I think it went really smoothly there. I highly recommend it, but it's not like anybody can go and you have to kind of have an in. So luckily, we had an in.
I have heard that they help you matchmake with members there, and the members are typically very willing to help sponsor you.
Correct. Thinking about everything in the engagement process, was there something that you like maybe you didn't really think of that much or that you weren't looking forward to that turned out to be like more fun?
That one day that we like went and toured 4 venues in one day, that was really
Yeah.
fun just because it was something for us to do together, and
Yeah.
it was fun just to like go
'Cause we went
hop
like a
around places.
Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to
We
like a
just
bunch of
pop around.
places. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Also, when we went and did the dinner tasting with my parents
Yeah,
and your parents,
that's my favorite part.
that was probably really one of the more fun
Yeah.
things that we did.
What was it, like a Saturday or something that we went around looking at places, like the
Hmm.
venues? Yeah, I just felt that was like something that we kind of planned out, even though it's somewhat stressful. It was like, okay, it's just me and you, like
Yeah.
something more to us where it was like, okay, it's just us. I'm not really worried about anybody else's opinion other than ours, and we're making a day out of it. It was like we went and got coffee. Well, you
Hmm.
got coffee. I don't drink coffee, but went and got coffee, like did a couple places, got lunch, went and did a couple more, came home, and was just kind of bouncing around. So it was fun. Took a little planning, but it was good. But
Yeah.
yeah, mine was the dinner that we did for the tasting for all the food for the
Hmm.
venue.
That was fun.
That was fun because it was just like a, hey, let's go do something fun in between all the stress that we were having. So that was a nice little thing to
And
do.
we didn't do a cake one because we got Costco cake and then just ordered
Sam's Club.
a Sam's Club, sorry. So we didn't do the cake tasting, so doing the dinner tasting was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So it was good.
What are your favorite pictures from the wedding day?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like the ones with the tree. Those were kind of cool. That big,
Hmm.
or it was oak tree or whatever that was out in the open there. I don't know. There's a tough one. There's a lot of good ones. I obviously like the ones from the church because that was just kind of like, to me, the most important part of the whole thing. But
Hmm.
they were good. I didn't like me crying. Didn't like those ones.
Good though.
Yeah.
Those are
Softy.
sweet.
Softy. Couldn't hold it together. No, I think those, and then I think just the photos of looking back at them and seeing the things that I wasn't able to pick up on
Hmm.
because we had so much stuff going on. I think that was kind of my favorite
Yeah.
photos. So whether it's like photos of like family or friends or
Yeah.
funny things that we picked up on, or you see something funny in the background, shout out Jake. So, but yeah, other than that, I think those are the ones I like. The ones out the oak tree. To be
Yeah.
honest, I love the wedding photos. They were great. but some of my favorite photos are engagement photos.
Yeah.
I like the session that we did there. Shout out Penny for coming to St. Clair. But there's a couple photos in there that are my fave. They're like my
Mm-hmm.
work backgrounds or
Mm-hmm.
so during the engagement process, obviously you had how many meetings for the dress?
A lot.
The big dress,
I
I
don't
should
even
say.
know. A lot.
Okay, so you had a lot. When did you finally feel like the dress was coming together at like what point? Like was it like meeting number 10? Was it like meeting number 64?
Okay, I actually feel like that was really early on. Sarah drew it out and designed it and everything, and we really didn't change that much of the design. We did like some like fitting things, but I feel like it was from the beginning that I knew what it was going to look like and we had the vision. And really the last thing was that bow. We were back and forth on the bow because I didn't originally want a bow, but I knew my mom would love it. So then we kind of added that at the last second. But like the dress itself, I feel like we knew from very early
Uh,
on.
Sarah, when did you feel like the dress was coming together?
I've always been very nervous about Angela because she gets sick of things very easily. So I was a little
Yeah.
nervous to make it too quickly. So I kind of strategically, without telling her, like kind of made a lot of your other dresses kind of first so that you wouldn't get too sick of your wedding
That's
dress.
so true.
Right? Yeah, she returns everything. But yeah, so I felt like it was coming together pretty quickly once we actually started on the wedding dress. Also, her wedding dress fabric, it wasn't a big deal, but it just took a lot longer to receive it than I thought it would. So that kind of delayed things a little bit. But Angela's style, she's the type of person that doesn't change her mind. So when she decides on something, she sticks to it. She does not change her mind. It might take her a long time to make that decision initially, but she doesn't change her mind. So once we got cruising on that dress, I really felt like we were just like in the zone going. It turned out great.
Gotcha.
Angela's dress style is very simple. Her style itself is very simple.
You say that in a negative way.
Well, because I'm not simple. I'm not simple.
No.
I'm not simple in any way. So it was hard for me to like kind of refine a little bit. But we met in the middle with a simple dress, but a more exciting fabric, which was an embroidered silk organza, which I loved.
And even till this day, Angela is getting messages on Facebook because I saw one recently
Did you see that one?
commenting about what was it, the train or whatever the lady was
Yeah.
commenting on. She was loving it.
We were trying to sell like the ribbon things that we used for the send off, and some random lady messaged me and she's like, my daughter has a very similar dress and we love that train. Where did you get it? It's like, thanks. My sister made it. She goes, wow.
I want to take credit for the train too, because I forced that on you and you didn't say no. So to me, that sounds like you were obsessed
The
with it.
detachable part?
Yeah. Don't act like that was your idea.
It kind of was. That's my,
I don't know. They
yeah.
said they wanted ruffles in the back.
I
And you're
gave-
like, okay,
no.
fine, we can have ruffles, but can it be detachable? So
I gave you the
me
Pinterest inspiration for that.
we might have to go back into messages then.
Okay.
Find some proof.
Gotta get the notes. So shout out the train on the dress.
Yeah.
Lady on Facebook liked it.
What surprised you the most on the wedding day?
There's like the thing that actually surprised me, but then there's also like the funny thing that surprised me.
Okay.
But I don't know. I guess the big thing was how smooth it went. Because I think you just worry so much about everybody getting there on time, like Angela getting ready. And obviously, I didn't really have a lot to do in the morning. So I was like going for a walk and pondering my thoughts of,
If you wanted to
just like,
do
no,
it.
not that. Just like getting myself ready for the day,
Yeah.
just enjoying myself because I knew it was going to be a crazy day. But I worried about like you guys all getting ready and like the hair getting done and all this and that and this and that. And then you just start thinking of things. But as the day went on, like the weather turned out great. We're there on time to the venue. Everybody got there on time. Just all the like the little things that end up falling together. That was kind of my big surprise out of the day. My funny little surprise was when I got to the venue and there was a couch there.
We rented a couch, which is just a seating area by the dance floor.
Yeah, it was just like set up as like a little like chill area. I don't know what you want to call it, but it was Angela talked about it, wasn't really sure. I wasn't really sold on it, and then magically it showed up that day. So Couch Fairy showed up and dropped the couch in the venue. So, but that's kind of the funny little surprise because I didn't expect
I
it.
think it was your favorite sister-in-law that did that, actually.
Yeah, I can't believe Colleen did that. That's crazy.
No,
No, no.
no.
No, I knew Sarah had some cards that she laid out that day to get that done, so that worked out well.
Also, Angela's favorite sister for Christmas make a whole entire wedding album from Penny's photos. Penny, you took way too many photos. It was
They were good.
so time consuming.
We're bringing Sarah in for this question. So, did you two feel like there was any, I wouldn't say fighting over the dress, but like conflict of like Sarah has an idea or how it played out to where the dress finally came to. Like you guys obviously start from scratch, and do you think there was conflict at all, or like struggling to try and capture Angela's idea, or Angela for you to portray your idea to Sarah so that she could put it together?
I kind of think not. So, as everyone probably knows, there are four girls in our family, so four sisters. So, Angela and I always fought the most out of anybody. But I felt like by the time Angela got married, we were so well rehearsed. Our family has gone through three big weddings now. So by the time we got to your guys' wedding, like we just all knew what we were doing. We knew where like the issues could pop up. So I just feel like your entire wedding experience went super, super smoothly, which is so rare. But I felt like we were making so many dresses that we were both on the same page, thank God, for the wedding dress. But I felt like we were making so many dresses that if she like maybe didn't totally love one, she kind of was like willing to just embrace it and branch out a little bit. There was one point I designed your bridal shower dress, the one at Red Dot, and it's like this tiered skirt with a cotton eyelet. So it was like, Kevin, do you remember what you called it?
Didn't I call it the cake dress or
Yeah,
something?
he said it. She looked like a cake in it. But I asked Angela, I had this idea for this dress and we didn't end up using it for Melissa. So I'm like, I just really want to make this one particular dress. So I asked Angela, will you let me? I'm hosting your shower. Can you just let me make your dress for that and you just wear whatever it becomes? And dare I say, I think you liked it in the end.
I'm not going to admit it.
No comment.
No comment.
Don't think we fought.
No.
I think you kept complaining it was too tight, which it literally wasn't.
I
my whole hand down.
Every time I tried on the wedding dress, I was like, I cannot breathe. And I was so worried about the actual wedding day that I'm like, I'm not going to be able to breathe or sit or eat or do anything. And on the wedding day, it like never even crossed my mind once. Like it felt fine.
I know what I'm doing.
But yeah, every time I tried it on, I was like, she's going to have to make this.
You're like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm like, you have an open back dress. I can stick my whole hand down your waist. So like,
No.
fine.
That's fine. Okay, thanks, Sarah. Thanks for coming in on that one. All right, this one's kind of fun. Out of all the decisions that I made, which one were you most stressed about me making for the wedding?
Okay, so what did you do?
A lot. I was in charge of
The band.
the band.
I was a little worried about that.
Wasn't I in charge of cake, ordering Sam's Club cake, and then also the other cake?
No, I ordered the other cake.
Oh, well, okay, never mind. I did order the Sam's
The
Club.
Sam's Club cake together.
Okay, so that's mine. What else did I have to do?
Something else. You planned the honeymoon.
Oh yeah, I was in charge of the honeymoon. I was in charge of that. I was in charge of the candy bar with my mom,
Yep.
kind of working with that. Oh, I was in charge of the pretzel rods, the party favors.
Yep, which I was worried about that because there was a ribbon choice that had to be made, and I was worried I was going to make the wrong choice.
Forgot about that.
But
Yeah.
you did okay. You did good.
I feel like there was something else that I did. It was not a lot. I was more of the yes man to this wedding of like, hey, what about this? I was like, yep, just do it. So, which one of those were you most stressed about?
I don't know. I think you did really good. I think maybe just the band, just because that was the biggest one out of the things that you did. And you're a big music guy. So I wasn't worried about like the music, but I was just maybe worried about like you asking the right questions and having the timeline and knowing exactly where they're going to be and when
The
and
date right?
yeah, like all things like that I was worried about, but it all came together and worked out good.
Yeah, it worked out well. Sometimes I just
did
need
good.
some reminders
Yeah.
because I can do pretty good on things, but then there's just like overall it would go well, but then there's just like little things that
hmm
can get cleaned up that I just need little reminders on to make sure that they go well.
I'd also say thank you cards, I think took a little while
Oh yeah, I guess you could say
on your end.
after a
So,
portion of it. Yeah.
but that's okay. We were exhausted. We still got them out
Yeah, we
in
found
good
some-
timing,
Found
but
some missing ones that I thought were mailed out, but we're not. So yeah,
yeah, it's okay.
that's all right. We got them out. I don't know. I think after the good wedding day, I think just big thank you to Angela's parents, Don and Cynthia, for helping us out a bunch, and my parents as well. Brian and Patty, obviously couldn't have done this day without you guys, and then also our extended family. Big shout out to Sarah, the favorite sister-in-law. I have to say it with quotations or the other sisters will get mad.
This podcast.
Okay, gotcha. I guess I can say favorite sister-in-law. So, because obviously she had a ton to do with this whole process and the dress, but Colleen, Sarah, Billy, Cam, all helping out that day. So are my sisters and
You didn't say
Megan and Lauren and my brother-in-laws, and shout out to Angela.
thank you.
What about you? Who do you want to thank? Yeah, who do you want to thank the most?
Oh,
They might be in this room staring at us behind the screen.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think the day would have gone as smooth without both of our parents. Your mom did a lot of work and a lot of prep on the candy table, which was a huge hit and everybody loved. And also your dad just being supportive help anywhere.
Yeah.
And then my parents were a huge help too throughout the whole process. I know my mom was there every step of the way. And my dad kind of was in the background too. But then also my sisters, especially Sarah, did a huge, huge, huge amount of work for the wedding that I sometimes even overlook. Like she did all of the name cards at the wedding, all the menus, all the things at the churches. She made all the
Signage.
really above and beyond, and all the little details that she just helped with. And of course, the dress and all the dresses of all the events. Very, very grateful for her.
Shout out Father Ed for getting us married.
Yeah. Okay, also just a huge thank you to Kevin's sisters too. They were a huge help with the wedding, and Lucy, our adorable little flower girl niece, and Michael, they did awesome, and they were so ready for the day and killed it.
Yep, they were good. They were a big help of just kind of being a hand whenever we needed it or something needed to get done or moved around. They were always there to help negotiate that or even just some little guidance. Obviously, Sarah and Melissa had the wedding stuff for their side, but for me, like dealing with our family side and like our family dynamics and who to invite who and what we needed and stuff like that from our side. So they were a huge help for me on that. So thank you, Lauren and Megan.
I think Kevin fits really well into our family, especially because Kevin grew up with two sisters, so he doesn't have any brothers. It's funny that Billy and Cam, the other two brother-in-laws, they both grew up with two older brothers. So now Kevin comes in and he actually gets like our early 2000s girly movies quote references. So I feel like you fit in really well and you just have a lot of women surrounding you all the time, and I feel like you do a really good job. So I appreciate that.
I went to dinner with my wife and Sarah and Melissa and Cynthia and just me. I'm used to girl dinners and girl coffee dates and driving girls around and girl vacation trips up north.
So
girls trip plus Kevin.
Girls,
What we call
did that this winter. We did Melissa, Angela, myself, and Kevin. We did an up north trip for 2 nights, I think it was.
Yep.
And that was so much fun.
Yep.
So we are on the Dressing Up podcast after all. What is your favorite item in your closet right now?
All right, favorite thing in our closets right now?
I'm having a wardrobe crisis.
Yeah, Angela's claiming that she has a wardrobe crisis, though she has plenty of clothes in there. Can I think of you?
I think of you. I already know exactly what yours are.
Okay, tell me what mine are, or the one that I'm thinking of.
So Kevin has these shorts from Abercrombie that are technically swim shorts, but he wears them as normal shorts and they look like normal shorts. Okay. So he's got like 7 or 8 colors and he wears them just about every single day.
Yeah, I started out with one pair of these to try them out and fell in love with them. And yeah, they're kind of getting their line here. That's not what I thought you were going to say, though.
Really?
That's not. No, I have a new couple t-shirts.
That was my second one.
Yeah, they're just like kind of casual. They're all like sports t-shirts, but just like casual shirts. They're super comfy and you can dress them up, you can dress them down. They're just super comfy right now, and that's what I've been rocking a lot. So
the shorts and the shirt are all Abercrombie, so that's his favorite right now.
Feel free to sponsor me, Abercrombie. Okay. Angela's right now, I can think of 2 things. First one that I think of is your shoes, your walking shoes.
My Hokas?
Yeah, like your Hokas are like your...
Does that count?
Sure, yeah.
There's like 2 sets of shoes that she rocks right now are like her Hokas, and then she's got these like stylish pair of New Balances that she always gets compliments on whenever she's around my family. The other one that I think is number 1 though are these blue Target pants that you got. I think they're from Target.
You're right.
Wears them all the time. All the time. And she just loves them. I don't know what those are. You got to explain them.
They're just a wide leg pant, but I think they're pretty flattering and they're very comfortable.
Yeah, I was gonna say because she loves comfortable stuff.
Which is the opposite of Sarah.
You don't like comfortable stuff?
She's
shaking her head. She's shaking her head no.
Sarah says there's a time and a place, and she's not one to wear like leggings and a sweatshirt out of the house, but I totally am. And those are my favorite type of clothes. So
True Michigander.
Yep.
But then Angela, then also the third thing for her that's like her favorite thing in her closet is just going into my closet and just stealing my clothes. So
it's good sweatshirts.
Yeah, sweatshirts, shirts, even shorts sometimes. I come home and she's wearing one of my hoodies and a pair of my shorts. And it's like, all right, cool.
Not like your short shorts.
I know.
Like for the girls who did cheer out there, like old Sophie shorts. He has those from high school. So
yeah, they were like my old
football. That's the only shorts.
Yeah.
just want to say, just like last thoughts, I think something Angela and I did with our weddings that I'm finding extremely rare now is not living with your fiance until you're married. So, I know, right? Good job, guys. So, how has married life been? What's it like to live with a man, Ange? How are things going?
I think it's going good.
Yeah, I would say it's going great.
I think we adjusted pretty quickly just because we did spend a lot of time together before. We cook dinner a lot together and we go on a lot of walks and we like to watch a lot of TV.
I think it was just like an adjustment, obviously, for both of us, but it's just learning the everyday things that are going on. And not that like, we hadn't stayed the night with each other or anything like that, or been around each other for an extended period of time, but finally, of every single day coming home, and it's nice. I like it, but it's just learning those little things of like she does this, or she may leave this around the house, or Kevin does this when he's at home, and I never really realized that until I lived with him.
Mhm.
I don't know what those would be, but it's just learning how to live with each other. That's all.
Yeah,
So,
but I think it's going good.
yeah, I think it's going great. I like it. It's nice to come home to a nice cooked meal. And Angela makes good meals and desserts. And she's on a dessert kick right now. So every Friday there's a new dessert out of the cookbook that she gives a shot. So they're good. I like them. You gotta come over on a Friday.
Yeah, you have to be there on a
On a
Friday.
Friday. But yeah, other than that, do you recommend not living together? Do you ever think of like what if we did live together beforehand?
I do wonder if we like lived closer if we would have, but that was something I knew even before I met you or anything that I knew I didn't want
Yeah.
to live with anyone until I was
Yeah, and
married.
I was kind of in the same boat for that. Like I was totally comfortable with that, and that's always kind of what I envisioned. Partially, I guess, because my sisters both did it as well.
Yeah, but I mean, to each their own. Everyone can do it different ways.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, but that's just
Yeah.
something that if we were living together and then getting married, I don't think our wedding would have felt as special, but getting
Yeah.
married and knowing the next big thing that we're going to do together is move in together was something I really looked forward to. So that's why I definitely didn't want to
Yeah.
live with someone before we got married.
And to preface this, when we're saying like if we lived closer, so we live like an hour away from each other. So we were always driving back and forth, and we would spend a couple days together or something like that at each other's place or whatever, and then go back once we were more engaged and we knew we were getting married. But in the beginning, it was just driving out and driving back. Lots of driving.
Late nights.
Lots of late night drive-ins. I was coming out to Novi at 3 in the afternoon and leaving at 3 at night, just hanging out all day.
Hmm.
Thank you for listening to the Angela and Kevin podcast. That's all I got. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode has allowed you to approach the world with greater confidence in your own personal style. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out through email or the inquiry form on the website. I hope you are all ready to go and get dressed up. I look forward to sharing more dressing up tips with you in future episodes. Thanks so much.